I would like to show you how to create mesh fill in the Bernina Embroidery Software version 6 and then take it to the CutWork software to create the CutWork commands. Begin by using the closed object tool. I'm going to make a series of right clicks to form a circle/ellipse. Press enter on your keyboard to close your shape. I'm going to choose the select function and right click on my fill. I will stay with step fill, and I'm going to change the stitch spacing to 6.0 and the stitch length to 1.5. Click OK. I still have underlay and some walking stitches that need to be taken care of in order for me to create a nice clean fill. Again, I'm going to right click on my fill. I'm going to go to the effects page. In the underlay tab, I'm going to turn off underlay. In the others tab, I'm going to ask it to travel on the edges. Click OK, and now you have one direction of the mesh. It's currently selected. I'm going to come over here and show you individual objects. I'm going to copy this object and paste. As you can see, the second copy is selected. Right click on my fill. I'm going to go to the stitch angle page and change the stitch angle to 135. OK. I now have a nice mesh fill. I'm going to paste again, and I'm going to change this third fill to an outline. And then I'm going to change it to a satin. The satin, as you see, is currently selected. I'm going to right click on the satin and change the satin width to 3.0. OK. I'm currently finished with this shape, and I'd like to take it to the CutWork software. To begin with, I'm going to save this shape as an ART file so that I can come back to it, change the shape, add other shapes, do whatever I'd like to with it. I'm going to call this Mesh Sample. I'm going to click Save. To take it to the CutWork software, I need to change the format to an EXP or another format that the CutWork software will read. File, Save As. I'm going to leave the name the same, but I'm going to change Save As Type to EXP. Click Save. I'm going to close out just the design window. I'm going to open up my CutWork software and click the new icon. I want to create new, and I click Next. And I want to access from embroidery. You may need to browse to find your example. I happen to have it open to CutWork Stuff where my mesh sample is. I click on it and open. Click Next, and Finish. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to select my embroidery that I just brought in, and I'm going to change it to a lighter color, just for demonstration purposes. I'm going to digitize or draw the circle for my cut. So over here, you may have a square here. If you have a square here, click and hold the triangle and choose an ellipse. Click and drag. I'm going to do the selection tool, and I'm going to change it a little bit. I want that outline to sit run through just the center of the satin stitch area. All right. I'm going to change this to CutWork. And now you see the CutWork mesh over your other mesh. I'm going to change the run before I want to add it to. I'm going to set the offset at about 2. If I zoom in here further, I want to change the cut area to where it's just inside the satin stitch area. So my cutting offset, I'm going to take it down to at least 0.8. I could even go a little further here. I'm going to click Running, and I'm going to make the offset here at 0.4. You'll notice that my cut is on top of my design. I need to reorder this so that the cut and the run before and run after happen first. So I'm going to click the top and drag it to the bottom, and I should be ready to go. To check and make sure everything is going to sew just as I'd like it, I'm going to come over to Slow Redraw. I'm going to slow the pace down just a bit so you can see what happens. When I start, here's your run before. Here are your cutting sequences. Your run after. Your fill, one direction. You notice it goes from side to side like we like to see it. And you have the other direction of your fill. And your satin stitch edge. Alright, you're now ready to export to one of your Bernina devices, or if you have a machine that will utilize the CutWork but is not a Bernina, you want to save a file, save as. We're not going to save this as a draw file. We're going to save it as another file. In my case, I usually choose EXP, and I'm going to click Save. And I generally choose the Melco expanded with the stops, and then take it to my machine like I normally would do for any other embroidery. So I hope that helps, and thank you for listening.